Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Spazoid21. Shit. Welcome back to the iPodCAST, the show that never dies but keeps coming back for some reason because I just get the random urge to make a podcast. So, um, as always, I grab my drink too late and then I do it mid video because that sounded cool. Because I'm bored and I got a video rendering for Dragon Block C, episode 11. And, okay, it's that episode. I don't know. I was editing the videos and I was looking through it and, yeah. It's like, episode 12 is like when I realized, oh, the fucking audio's not working. It wasn't like recording and I thought, because it tells you in the corner of my recording software. I use Action Record because OBS, I know OBS is free and all, but I just don't care for OBS. um, it's not. I don't hate OBS. It's just like I spent money on fucking Action when I was younger because I really liked it, And it used to just be 1080p, 60 FPS record gaming, and now it's this whole 4K, 240 hertz, HDR10 fucking record shit. And I was just like, damn, I paid $10 for this shit. Back in the day when it was on sale, and I was like, Dad, buy it for me, $10. They never had a sale again, but actually they might have. I just never see it because I use Action. And I said this is the last time I'm buying software off the internet until I bought Aomi's backer up. Some people said, why'd you buy it? Well, I bought that and uh partition assistant setup. I was like, it's put it on the thing. It says put assistant, and I'm like, it's P assistant. I'm just like, I'm fucking tired, and I don't want to think about partition assistant. I bought it because I didn't mean to buy it. Because if you went and bought it, they give you like a bundle for $45, which is cheaper than just buying the backer up by itself. And plus, you get another software for free. So I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm thinking about copying this version of Windows and putting it on my laptop because I can. Man, I got so fed up trying to clone my fucking hard drive. I did it so many times, right? Because I was thinking, I used like a couple different softwares, right? Actually, I might have, you know what? Maybe those softwares actually worked, and I just got fucked over. But it's like now I have the program, and it's much better than the other programs. I'm not gonna lie, and plus I have more stuff I can do, versatily, and plus now I can clone people's stuff and boot it over to a next computer for them or convert to an SSD like I did. So I went from a 1 terabyte hard drive to a 1 terabyte SSD because I had a lot of stuff and my computer wasn't keeping up with my friends' stuff, and they're like, "Look, my laptop's working better than you." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I have 3 fucking monitors, and that are way too powerful for this fucking GPU, but I still do it because I fucking record." And I built my computer back in 2015. You know, was it 2015? I think it was 2015 because I was like my 16th birthday present was 2 monitors, and I threw out my shoulder for this damn computer. I was doing yard work for my neighbor who was cutting down trees. I yanked a branch and it went. I was like, oh shit! And I had to fucking instruct my dad how to build the PC. Like, I'm not saying my dad doesn't know how to do tech wise stuff because he's a mechanic, but it wasn't that hard. But there was stuff he did. I'm like, I don't like how you did that. Oh, I should replace the thermal paste on my computer. I still have thermal paste. Did I do my laptop? Oh no, I redid my GPU one. I was gonna. Do I really feel comfortable doing that? How much does that processor? I might get a better process. There's only like three things I can do for this PC to make it run better. One, Action thanks you for installing Action. Action, a 9.4 out of 10 recording software by Marills. I want to say it's Marills. It's Mirillis. Marills. Marills. Action. You could actually get an app. I think there's an app that you can have on your phone, and it'll do like the hardcore like number data shit. I was watching. Oh yeah, I was watching the Newegg shit. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Um, yeah, I did a lot for this PC. So I spent like 2 weeks trying to fix this damn thing because I was trying different ways and stuff, and then I went, okay, maybe I have a shitty version of Windows because I couldn't fix the boot, right? So here's what I did. How do I say this? Shit. I'm trying to think. I took my M.2 out of my laptop that I didn't know that was an M.2 in that laptop. Yeah, I was like, yeah, SSD, and I was like, where the fuck is it? And then it was an M.2, and I was like, oh, there it is. I never bothered to look, but anyways, we went through a journey of parts and stuff. I even like said, okay, since it's not booting from the M.2 slot on my motherboard that I discovered a couple of years ago, I know I had the thing for a couple of years, and then one day I was like looking in it when I was like, oh, there's an M.2 slot. So, the first M.2 actually was a this is a fun fact. So Apple makes their own M.2s from Samsung. Samsung makes a custom M.2 for Apple, and it's these two thick fucking boys. The M key is like, I want to say it's an M key, but it's thick. Like, you know, the M key is like this little divot out here. There's like that little ridge. It's like, you know how an M key only one is, right? This one is like fat. Well, the divot's still the same size, but the key, it's like almost split down the center, but just off to the left a little bit. So I was like, damn, I can't put that in the M.2 slot. So I got a converter for that, which they actually make, which was kind of funny. And I put it in, and it actually worked for a little bit, and then it stopped detecting it for a while, and I just said, I don't know what the issue is. It could be the converter, it could be the slot itself. It could be that it doesn't want to be detected by Windows shit, but who knows, right? It worked for a little bit. It was fun. It was like, oh shit, booting up quick. And then I was like, man, maybe I'll buy an M.2. And I was like, I gotta look into them. Because at the time, they were still like new. And they were like very expensive. They're still very expensive. But the story of it being, so back to the M. So I bought like a 500 one for like, I want to say like $60 because it was on sale. I bought it, put that bitch in my computer, and like I put Halo on it and stuff. I had to I took everything off because I got a 1 terabyte one to replace it, and that was gonna be the main boot. And I didn't know what I was gonna do with this M.2, so I just took everything off and almost fully reformatted, but it still has the same name because it is SSD's nuts. Yes, I literally named it SSD's nuts. It's a 500 gig thing. So I try to name my drives funny shit, but I haven't really like the SSD's nuts was really funny. So so the I bought it was a give me 1 second. I think I have the box here somewhere of what the fuck it was. Please be here. Aha! I found it. Luckily me. Okay, it is. Damn, that's some weird dust. It's an SSD 980. It's a Samsung SSD 980. It does 3.5 megabytes per read. Really fast. So you know what? Damn. If I had plans and stuff for it, but it's a good hard drive. The one I got was a Western Digital Black 1 terabyte, and it did 3.6 megabytes, 3.6 gigabytes a second, and that shit was gonna be fast as fuck, right? But the one did so I did that a couple times. It was on sale. It was like $60 off, and I was like, yeah, this is great. It's $105. And I was like, all right, let's get it. Because it'll make my computer faster, it'll boot up quicker, all that jazz. Because I was working off a 1 terabyte HDD, and that shit took forever to fucking load. So damn, I went through a process of buying computer stuff. So what did I end up doing? It was a Western Digital 1 terabyte SN750 SE NVMe internal gaming SSD Gen 4 PCI Express M.2. You technically could use this as a boot drive, which I was trying to fucking do, but what I ended up finding out was my hardware was old, even though it had an M.2 slot on it. Surprisingly, it wasn't how do I say this? It wasn't able to run it because it had like some boot shit problems. Like I copied it perfectly and it didn't want to boot. So I bought, thinking I figured a solution to it. I bought these are I don't recommend buying one of these, but well, if you have the right M.2, it's called a Sabrent M.2 2.5 to SATA 3 aluminum enclosure adapter. So what you do is you put your M.2 on the little circuit board inside the thing, and then and you take it. I was looking through it and I was just like, oh, this looks legit, and then I get it and I realize, oh fuck, this shit don't work. I bought it in a bundle with the SATA to USB 3.0, which the cable I'm keeping because that shit worked. But this was like, I didn't realize because all it showed, all I looked at was like, okay, so it takes an M.2 and it also takes the B key, right? And I was like, okay. And then I was like, I bought it, and then I was like, because it was like next day shipping, I was like, let's get it. So I get it and it comes in, and then I was like, oh, my problems are gonna be solved now. But then I realized it's B key only, and it doesn't take M key, which I don't understand why it wouldn't do that. But there's no M.2 to SATA adapter that is only for the M key. It only takes B key and B key M key. So I ended up returning it the same day I got it. Like 15 minutes of like looking at it, and I just went, did I fuck up? And I looked in, I was just like, yeah, I didn't know that there were different M.2s that were like, I knew there was different M.2s, but I didn't know that it was like being specific for it. So I returned that, and then I ended up returning the 1 terabyte hard drive, unfortunately, because it's like, well, I can't do anything with it other than use it for extra storage, which is nice and all, but I really just wanted to do the boot drive. So what did I end up doing was I bought a Western Digital 1 terabyte blue 3D internal PC SSD SATA 3, 6 gigabytes a second, 2.57 millimeter, whatever. Basically, you can put that shit in a laptop if your laptop allows it. Most laptops don't. Nowadays, it's just M.2s. So that's why I always say get a gaming PC. Even if you're not a gamer, that shit will last you a lot longer, and you can do more shit. Not the thin ones, the thick ones. So I got that. It's at 6 gigabytes a second of hold on. Scrolling down, I could have gotten a Western. I remember, and it's something step up beyond SATA, and they show the M.2s, and they show the one I bought, and I went, fuck you. I get really, I'm like mad about it. So data transfer rate is 6 gigabytes a second, which is nice and all, but I could have gotten the SanDisk. But I kind of like Western Digital because they don't. You know how many Western Digitals I have in my PC? Too many. So I could have got the Gen 3, 8 gigabyte a second. What the fuck? One, the the SATA one, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to get it and be at the risk of Actually, you know what? The blue one doesn't even. Gamer hardware enthusiast. What is the Western Digital Black 750 heatsink with heatsink? Okay, so it's the same shit, because those suckers do get hot. I'm not gonna lie, those suckers do get hot. So the next one I'm probably gonna buy. I'll buy a Gen 4. Amazon having a struggle. Damn, what's a Gen? What's considered a Gen 4? The 250. The 250 is a joke. How much is for a 500? Damn, it's on sale for $50. I'm not buying it, but because I already have a 500 that works fine. Look, when it comes down to M.2s, I really just recommend Samsung or Western Digital. And if you I know I'll give you recommendations. What's another one I wouldn't mind if I had to buy it. Like there's a couple Western Digitals in my computer. So, Samsung makes good ones. Western Digital makes good ones. There's a couple others I see, and I'm just like, if I was truly desperate, sure, but like, goddamn. Sabrent? Oh, Sabrent makes one. Interesting. You could do Sabrent. I'm not saying they're bad or anything. It's just like, I'm not saying their products were shit. Like the cable they gave me, for sure, excellent. But they don't make a M.2. Their converter is like, it's just. I'm not saying like, oh, it's their fault and shit. Samsung SSD 860 Evo 1 TB SATA internal. Damn. I would have thought of maybe if I did get a SATA one it would work, but I'm happy with the one I have now. It boots up quick as shit, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna. Damn, fucking hot. Hold on. This is my. Because I have a fire in the next room, and plus I'm wearing my fuzzy pants, so I'm probably not helping myself anymore. If you hear the fan, I'm not sorry. Sorry. But for the most part, how much more you're asking how much more rendering time you have to wait before your video's over? About 2.5 hours. I might switch to Premiere Pro. I do have Premiere Pro. But I've been using Vegas Pro for like such a long time. It's like, I'm not saying like I mastered Vegas Pro or anything. I know some basics. And I know the thing I really need is After Effects, but that's a whole different other story and a whole different other problem that I have. So, life sucks. Remember that, folks. Life will hit you on the blind side. I told that to a friend recently, and he goes, I don't know what that means. And I'm like, I was sitting there trying to type for like 5 minutes. It got so annoying. He texted me, he messaged me a photo of me typing, and I was just sitting there, I'm like, I'm trying to give you an example, but I was just like, I just couldn't think of a good one. I still couldn't think of a good one. I was just like, that would, I would believe make it easier for him, but I just like, I was like, fuck it, I don't care. Oh, SanDisk 2. I don't know if they make M.2s. We could check. But I recommend them too. They make good hard drives. Um, I like. I don't. I don't want to sit here and just like shit on MSI for their shitty board, but like, god damn. I found out my board is like one of the last boards that support more than what the fuck? More than three more than like three graphics cards. This one could hold a total amount of 4. Alright, Adblock, I'm gonna need you to work. I was watching the unbox video, the whole Newegg being full of shit. So, you know, I was sending back the 1TB SSD, and I was like, the M.2, and I was just like, I'm a little worried. Because, you know, I might not get the full refund, because they're going to be like, you rated so much shit on this fucking thing. I reformatted it and sent it back. Oh, here's the dumb shit I had to deal with like 2 times, right? I was returning stuff, right? You know, when you return to Amazon, you can do it a couple ways, you know. I used to like putting it in a locker, the Amazon locker. You know, you go put the code in, throw it in one of the lockers, and call it a day. It's really easy, and it's like down the street from me. But that wasn't an option. Because I always think those lockers. I don't know if they took the lockers down. No, they're still there, but it's just like it's been full since like December, and whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. But I'm like, I know the UPS store I used to work at. I didn't work at there, but I was a helper on a truck, and we used to go down there and just unload the store and stuff. So I kind of worked there, kind of. But so I just go down there and just return my package. But you know how you do it. You print a label, you slap it back in the box, and you give it to them. They'll scan it and take care of it for you. And plus, I trust they will get the job done because I know who's delivering the stuff to the building. I'm like, I know it's gonna get there on time and shit. I know the dude. So, and the people who work there, even though like none of them recognize me, but only one of them did recognize me, and that's my boy Brian. But anyways, besides the point, so when I was putting the label back on for like the SSD, right? I was returning something else. What the fuck was I returning? I gotta check. What the fuck did I buy? I think it was I really want to say it was the SATA shit, but there was something else I returned before that. Oh yeah, I was returning. I bought this. Don't buy this. I'm gonna tell you real quick. Do not buy this shit. It's caused so it's called an M.2 NNV PCI 3.0 X4 adapter. So basically, it puts an M.2 on your PCI Express, and it acts like an extra SATA fucking port, right? That's what it's supposed to do. And it tells you, hey, we're compatible with all this stuff, right? And that's what I was going to do with the 500 one. Right? And I was just like, okay, it takes all the M.2s, you know, and it works on the Windows 10. And it has like 4.5 stars, and there's where's the fucking thing? It's got like 4% of bad views. So I started I put it in, right? You know, just to see if it works. And just go look at the BIOS does not recognize adapter. Using rubber bands on the heatsink, no low profile, connected fine. You know, that's a 2-star review. Someone who put a 1-star. I want to look at the 1-stars because they tell you like, oh, this shit fucked up my computer, and I don't want to sit here and say like they suck. BIOS does not recognize adapter. Did not fit Alienware computer. It bricked my PC. It almost bricked my PC, and I was about to be pissed. High-pitched noise from LED light. Computer junked. Lost 4 gigabytes of data. That's unfortunate. Generate heat from the PCI Express error per minute. Where's the one where it said it caught fire? Or is that the dual one? Don't waste your time. I had high hopes for this card. Tried 5 different PCs. Couldn't get any of them to boot with this card. Yes, I'm using NVMe. Support does not exist. When I put it in, this is what happened when I put it in. I put it in, and the motherfucker, my graphics card, like, took a shit, right? All I have is PCI Express 16 slots, right? And I looked on the thing, and it said, you can put it in it literally says you can put it in a PCI Express slot. And I was like, okay. So I put it in there, because I don't have any other slots on the motherboard. I put it in, I boot up the PC, and my graphics card took a shit, right? My graphics card wasn't working at the, capacity. It was like, you know when you boot your computer up and your graphics card's dead, right? It's in that like weird bubble. It's in that lower resolution that it's what it's supposed to be. And I was like, before I even like loaded in even when we finally got to the loading screen, I was just like, I don't even care if it works. I turned it off. I took it out, turned on my PC again, and it worked just fine without it. So I returned that. I was trying to return it and this happened a couple times, where I was trying to return it and try to put it in a box and put a label on it, but it was going to cost me, here, get this, right, this is so stupid. So it was going to cost me $7 fucking out of my return fee to put it in a box and print the label myself. But what was 100% free to do was just have it, go to the store, give it to them, just not even wrapped up, doesn't need a label and shit. You could just hand them the object, and, you know, I always put it back in the case that I got it in, and I just give them the case, they scan it, and, off the receipt off your phone, and they do the whole packaging 100% for free. And I just said, well, wouldn't that cost me like $7 to do? I think that should cost me $7 than me putting it back in a box, put the label on it, give it to them, they scan, give you a receipt, and go. No, this is what they do. And then it happened twice. And I was just saying to them, like, damn, you really just want to make the UPS workers work. Alright, so I wasn't a dick and just hand them the thing and say, alright, figure it out. I put it back in the original box and just give it to them. You know, if I didn't, like, for the Western Digital one, I just put it back in the protective case, back in the box, gave it to them. That's it. For the other thing, I put it back in the original shipping box, taped it up, scanned the thing. Oh my god, I walked in the door and my phone died, and I had to go home and charge my phone because I was borrowing someone else's car. And it didn't have a charger. That shit sucked. Like, straight up. So, you know, it happens. It's weird. So, when you're doing returns and they want to charge you like $7, just look for go check the other option of just drop it off at the store and they'll do it all for you for free. Which never made sense to me. Actually, Sabrent does make an they do make an NVMe to, NVMe PCI 16 4 or X. But here's the thing. Does it support the M key only? It does not support... Wait. It does support the M key? That's retarded. It doesn't support the B and M key. I could have got this shit. I'm gonna have to... You know what? Here's the other thing. I'm gonna have to check if it actually works. We're gonna lead the 1-star reviews. You know, I get it. Some computers can't handle it. Like mine, but... This was kind of what I was trying to go for, but... Who's putting on these huge-ass heat sinks for a fucking M.2? I know they get hot and shit, but it's never really that hot. Like a little, like, metal heatsink on the top. That's all you really need to do. Wow, it's got like 5% of bad views. Mounting screws, too short. Heatsink, way too tall. Is there a heatsink? Because all I saw was this normal little heat. Whatever. I'm seeing people with like optional heat sinks and stuff. I don't care. Let's read another review. Screws. Don't use their fucking screws. Use your screws. That's what I did for my PC. Or just get some. The heatsink did not completely cover the chip. What kind of fucking chip do you have? He doesn't say. People are showing it working. He put it in a PS5? Are you for real? Ignore the reviews claiming it doesn't. Ignore the reviews claiming it won't work. The only cav is using with a PS5. If you have to leave the metal cover off, the white outer panel will go back on with no issue. And he's just showing pictures. It works. But this is... This is not what I mean. This is... Am I looking at the right... Because this is supposed to be put in a fucking PC. Yeah, this is supposed to be a Sabrent M.2 SSD, the PCI. I'm going to add this to my wish list and I'll try it later. This is technically what I need, but I got kind of fed up buying parts and like returning them. So, you know, maybe I could have gotten it to boot off that damn thing. I don't care. I've already spent enough money and time on this stupid shit. And I'm fine with it. I'm just sitting there like, damn. I could have looked a little bit more, but you know, that's what happens. It happens. I'm not going to really like throw a fit over it. And plus it's like, it's just a boot drive. I don't really need anything else. I do want some more RAM, but the thing is, it's really expensive for the RAM that I have for my PC, and I just don't see it as I don't see it as reasonable to need it. Excuse me. But if I was, hold on, what's the there's the VND SSD Samsung 980 Pro 1 terabyte. I saw it in my wish list. I was like, the fuck? What's the speed? Oh, 7,000 megabytes a second. Never mind. I should have got this fucking thing. But it's like never on sale. And the Western Digital Black was like $60 off, and I'm probably not going to get a good deal on that ever. And not for a while, so I'm not too upset. I'm fine with the SSD. It boots up quick. It does what it's supposed to do. And it's like, you know, for my next computer, yeah, I'll put it on an M.2. Save my butt some time. What I could have done if this PC allowed M.2s to boot off from the M.2 SATA, I want to say it's like SATA 1 spot. It could have we could have put like an 8 terabyte M.2 and just put it in and it'll look like there's a graphics card but no internal storage. I wouldn't need internal storage. That would be more storage than what I have now, even with the external storage. How much storage could I totally have? I got like 3.7 terabytes right now, so I'm not really in a rush. That's why I was right. I had a 250 and I replaced it with a 750 hard drive. Yes, they do make 750s for whatever reason. We're just talking about computers this whole time. I was so frustrated for like a week. I was just sitting there like, what am I doing wrong? And I was like, and like in my mind, I was like, I just wasted like $40 on this stupid software that because it only goes to one computer. So, yeah, that's the lesson to learn is Newegg sucks. Be careful when you get an M.2, and if your PC doesn't accept it, it just means it doesn't love you. So, and read the reviews, people. I don't know. I'm looking at all the SATA parts. Your browser history is a bunch of PC parts. I know my job is... Oh, yes, it was this thing. So there's a... No, this wasn't it. There was a different one. Hold on. There's one that... There was a SATA to M.2, but it was from the same company that was like... It's like MK... Oh, it says like MKBHD, but it's not. It's... Where is it? This is it. It's from a company called... It's MHQJRH store. Do not buy anything from these people. I'm just gonna tell you straight up, because it's like, people. Look, it's called the 3-in-1 M.2 M-SATA SSD adapter for M.2 NVMe to PCI port SATA SSD 3 adapter blah blah blah. So it's the same thing basically, but it takes two. It can take up to two. Actually, it takes up to three, but the third one's kind of weird. And it has 126 reviews, and there's 14% 1/8 almost burnt up my PC. Device caught fire. Is there a picture? Oh shit, that thing caught fire. Holy shit. I'm laughing at the product, not the person. Great concept, not so great product. Do not purchase GARBA I don't know, I think he just said garbage, but fucked up. Great product, won't buy again. Burnt up my benchmark. Great, always to add two M.2 ports, older for full computer. Fuck this dude. There's one good review, the rest are just shit. So just be careful of what shady parts you buy. And when I got the small, just a single adapter for a 3.0 X4 adapter, I know it's oh, you should have put it in an X4 adapter. I tried, it didn't work. So I mean, it says on the fucking instructions you can it does support PCI Express 4 support. It says right here, PCI 4.0 X4 support, PCI X4/8/16, and all I really have is 16, and it doesn't work. And that shit made my graphics card try to take a puke, and I was just all right, we're not touching it. So, oh, I did buy this really cool. It's a USB to M.2. It was Amazon's choice. Which I was really I was gonna trust Amazon. I really trusted Amazon's choice over other things, because this one had more reviews and it says it works fine, and it does. You plug it in, the blue light goes off. Just fair warning, the blue light is very fucking bright because it's one of those fucking little I don't know what to call it. It's those little fucking LED lights, but they're the little ones that are super shiny. Yeah, but it's blue and it's fucking annoying to look at. That's my only downside. I really wish it was a red one, because the blue one annoys the shit out of my eyes. I wear my blue light glasses every time I had to fucking work with it and shit. But yeah, it works really well. Excuse me. That's what I get for drinking soda. But that was a fun experience. It was just damn. I really never had to. I'm really glad for the experience and lessons I learned from this shit, but it's just it was one of those stories of I stayed on this one project for 1 week straight, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. And if you ask why I bought the USB to M.2, I bought it so I was gonna try to copy my laptop M.2 over to my M.2, just in case my Windows was fucked up and couldn't be recovered, which wasn't the case. So I copied that one. It was 500 gigs to a terabyte, so that shit went. And I put it in, and I was all right, it doesn't boot. And then I even went as far as taking my M.2 from my PC and put it into boot, and it wouldn't boot. So it sucked. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Thank you so much for tuning in on the podcast. Next episode, we'll talk about something else. This episode was just computers only and my experience with M.2s. As your host, Spazboy21, I thank you all for tuning in. And I'm trying to think of something else to say, but I'm probably forgetting about that outro, and it's going to start now.